is...
I told Staci to do this.
Michael J. Bassett. Yes, Mr. Bassett, the director of Silent Hill 3D Revelations. Long-awaited sequel. Yes,
3D Revelations, Silent Hill.
If you've been doing a lot of phone interviews, you've done it.
As long as all the words are there. In this movie, she's just about to turn 18 years old. She's going to become an adult, and she's been plagued by these kind of memories, repressed memories, are slowly bubbling to the surface. So little Sharon De Silva from the first movie, or Cheryl if you play the games, because they've changed the name, don't know why. So she's now Heather Mason, and we find out why she's Heather Mason, why she's got this name, and why her father, still played by Sean Bean, so we have that continuity of character, why he's had them on the run, why they've been moving from town to town, changing names all the time, and at this moment when she's about to become an adult, all these memories come back, and then her father disappears, and she has to choose to go back to Silent Hill to find out what happened to him. And it's a reverse of the first movie in some ways, because the first movie was about a mother searching for daughter, and this is about a daughter searching for father. And it plays into the story of game number 3. And I don't know how many gamers there are out there. I'm sure there's
there'll be a lot out there.
There's a lot of Silent Hill. So, you know, game number 2 is a great game with a great story, but I sort of jumped over that one to use game 3 as the narrative basis for this, because it just kind of made sense. So the timing was, it's been a long time coming, but actually it works perfectly for me. The nature of the Silent Hill monsters, to a certain extent, are the corruption of the human form. So you have this sense of, I'm attracted, I'm repulsed. It's a very Cronenbergian way of looking at the corruption of the flesh, the body horror stuff, and Silent Hill trades in that very beautifully. And you know, you have Pyramid as a big muscular guy with this strange contraption on his head. What's inside Pyramid's head? You know, all those things. The mannequin monster is a corruption of the body parts, and once you've seen the movie, you'll understand the sort of the life cycle of this creature as well. It's not just the monster you've seen in the trailers. There's more to it than that. So every step of the way, you're trying to say, what's the grotesque thing that you can do that has some purpose and meaning within the story? And again, if you're a Silent Hill fan, the monsters have to. You understand the monsters have to have some meaning to the principal characters. You know, so growing out of Heather Mason's journey, you know, what each creature means to her in each circumstance. It could be a product of her twisted imagination, or she could really be there, sort of for you to decide. But of course the nurses are great, because there's a bunch of very sexy dancers bending into interesting shapes for me. And I'm going, not like that, no, a little bit more like this. You know, and they're wearing, you know, latex and a hideous mask. So
that's why you prefer practical to CGI, right?
You betcha. I can get my hands on the monster. We're all a little bit confused that day. I sort of grew up my teenage years on Wes Craven, John Carpenter, you know, some of the Italian directors as well, Argento, those guys, they were harder to get hold of back then. I remember getting caught and getting hauled in front of my principal, and him saying, "What possible use is it? You know, you know, you're cut school to watch these stupid horror movies. They're no use to you." And you go, "Well, you know what? That's been pretty damn useful."
Now it's serving you.
I was sitting in Wes Craven's office telling him the story of getting in trouble for watching The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, that's great.